Coverage now. Some college students may be at risk of not having financial aid to cover their courses in the upcoming semester. KLTV7's Mariela Gonzalez breaks down how some East Texas colleges are handling the FAFSA delays.
FAFSA is a source used by many students for federal grants and loans to cover their higher education costs. Stephen F. Austin State University sophomore student Torian Pruitt says FAFSA helps her tremendously.
Close to $30,000 a year, and it takes off half of that to where you're only paying about $12,000 out of pocket. So it's like a blessing in disguise for us.
Pruitt says she hasn't received notices of having to correct her application. However, for many other students, all they can do is wait to get their application resubmitted. David Barron is the University of Texas at Tyler Enrollment Management Vice President and says a common error they find is missing parental information.
And this year, the big change is both parents not only had to provide information, but they had to create separate IDs within the system for them to present that information. And so that was problematic for a lot of students.
SFA officials tell us applications are missing parents' signatures or social security numbers, causing a more complicated correction and delay. The Education Department said last week that colleges will not be able to submit corrections in bulk to update students' financial aid records. Both institutions used to be able to send back corrections at once, but now,
because they have to individually do every single student by hand into a new portal.
And doubling the process time.
With the new portal, there are certain things that we can't correct as an institution that they're going to have to. And so we're going to walk them through that process as best as we can.
As deadlines approach, both SFA and UT Tyler say they offer payment plans and short-term loans to help prevent students from getting dropped from their courses.
Please don't just give up. Reach out and talk with the financial aid staff, and we'll do what we can to make this a viable process for you.
Mariela Gonzalez, KLTV 7 News.
For more on financial aid and deadlines, visit our big red box at kltv.com. Just click it right there on the homepage, or you can scan the QR code at the bottom of your screen.